out to Toronto to buy a new Insta-One 360 X3 because I've misplaced or got stolen or something happened to my X2. Anyway, I don't have it. So I came out here at like 7:30 this morning for this trail I found out about online. And it's going to be a fun little adventure. I think it's about 20 minutes each direction. When I came through this morning, this was all ice. So I don't know how well I'm going to fare getting through here now. Because apparently some of these ruts are like waist deep. So we're going to have to take it easy. But it was a good trail. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I think we're going to be in for a good little adventure here. I know it looks pretty calm right here where we're starting out, but we'll see how it goes. Got a little bit of a river crossing up ahead. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the camera mounted on my helmet for the way up, and then I'm going to mount it on my pole for the way back, which I love saying mounted on my pole. So that's just funny. So yeah, it starts off pretty vanilla, you know, pretty calm here. So let's see what kind of fun we can get into. And for reference, for anyone that doesn't know, we're riding today. I just picked this up a week ago. It is a Yamaha Big Bear 350. It's a 1992. I just got it all registered and insured and plated and everything. So, okay, it looks like we might be okay still on the ice on the deeper puddles. So that's good. So we were breaking through a little there, and there, and there. Don't worry about it, we'll be okay. This ATV, I bought it for $1,500. They come with a winch. Let's just hope for the best here. I should be going a little slower because what happened earlier, there was the one spot that I hit and it actually spun me around. And yeah, you guys haven't seen anything yet. It's going to get a little bit hectic up ahead. But yeah, it actually kind of scared the shit out of me. I think it's coming up here where I did it. I was cruising, going pretty quick. All of a sudden I just came to like a dead stop, and somehow, I don't even understand how, it spun the ATV right around. So, but fuck it, a good time's a good time, right? And I'm really hoping that this camera works out because I had issues with my X2 previously. Oh yeah, here's where I spun out earlier. But anyway, my X2 used to shut off randomly. And I'm really hoping this one doesn't do that. Because that would suck. So this quad is, like many of them, it's semi-auto. So we got gears but no clutch. Okay, makes life a little easier. I've got no front brake. My front brake, or sorry, no rear brake. My front brake works, but not my rear. It looks like maybe somebody else has been out here since I was here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. It's hard to say, really. Could just be that sometimes when the prints start melting, they look fresher. So I don't know. I don't remember how much ice I broke this morning, but although now it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's very possible other people have been out. I think it's a pretty well-known trail. I found out about it on Facebook. So pretty happy with the clearance for this quad. As I'm getting to know it, I was worried that it would be, you know, bottoming out and shit like that in some of these spots, but it doesn't seem to be. It seems to be handling things pretty well. This morning I came here and there was, these horses seemed like they were happy to see me. I really hope we can get through this whole trail, because I'd like to take you guys to the river, to the crossing I went across. I guess we'll find out shortly. Some people go through the fields and shit. I don't really like to, I try not to trespass as much as possible. I see that obviously other people have been doing it. This is a hydro corridor that we're on, and I checked with the county. I went on their county website out here, and it said that it was an ATV trail for an equestrian, so if you got a horse, you could ride your fucking horse too. But anyway, wait till we get to the actual trail. This is still just a road. I say that like it's nothing too crazy, but it's good enough for me. I imagine it'll make a good adventure for you guys. Let's just give her shit. So basically, for reference, we're just like in Caledonia, Ontario. And like I'm going to be doing more videos in Caledonia because there's like essentially there's miles and miles and miles of trails I've never explored. I did come down and do a little bit of trail on my bike before, but a lot of the trails are not suitable for dirt bikes. Like my bike is a DRZ 400, so street legal enduro. But yeah, a lot of the trails just aren't suitable for that. So yeah, I see people online, they're talking about these little pits, the puddles you're seeing here can be really, really deep. It sucks the way this is mounted to my helmet. I can't even see like if there's an indicator light on or anything. I have no idea if we're actually recording or not. I'm hoping. And I'm really hoping to make it across this ice. So basically we've had a deep freeze here where it's been like, you know, minus 15 or 17 Celsius. And then all of a sudden today it went up to like 7 degrees. So everything just started going all melted and shit. I think we're gonna do okay. I think we're doing just fine. That we could sink through this fucking mud at any, or ice at any moment, but whatever. I want to give it a try. Gets a little bit ruddy in here, obviously. Just glad to get out and use this kind of while I have a chance, because the online they were saying like these trails are suitable for like the guys like on the like the big like Can-Ams or whatever, all jacked up with like 24-inch wheels and shit, and I ain't got that yet. You know what I mean? I might get it if I, you know what I mean, if I feel that I'm getting my use out of this and I can justify buying something like that, then I might go for it. For me, this is the coolest quad I've ever had, because I've had some, you know, some old shitty quads, and when I say that, it honestly, as long as the fucking thing runs and drives, fun is fun, right? I think this is where I went around. let's try going around just to give it a little bit of excitement here. And we are in high gear right now. So, one thing when I decided that I wanted a quad, I was quite adamant that I didn't want a two-wheel drive. I really wanted it to be four-wheel so that I could come out and have some fun. Yeah, and it's not that you can't have fun on a two-wheel, but I think you're a little bit restricted as to what you'll get away with. Mind you, I've seen some pretty good two-wheel drive off-roading videos where the people were, you know, out there fucking living it. So, I mean, anything's possible. I can see my old trails across the ice here. Some of these ones where they go out into the field, I don't know what they're doing out in the field. It's really, that's not that exciting, but you never know. It could just be the farmer going to check on some shit. I don't know. So I was saying earlier about, like, you know, I try not to, like, trespass and shit like that. It's so weird because when I was young, I was a dick and I just didn't give a fuck. And now, you know, now I'm getting old, older, balder, fatter. I find that, like, you know, I don't want to disrespect people's shit. Same with the snowmobile. Like, it's like, fuck, I really want to go out snowmobiling and shit like that, but I don't have a trail pass, and it wasn't really worth getting one this year anyway. As it turned out, we had a really shitty winter for snow. So, yeah, anyway, so I haven't really, I bought that new snowmobile last weekend, and I haven't even tried it yet. I was gonna, this morning I had a choice. I was either gonna head out on the quad or the snowmobile, and I opted for the quad. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to try out my new quad. I wanted to go on an actual adventure, and so loaded it up and did it. Yeah, hopefully for the way back, the action shots kind of, you know, on the pole look pretty cool. I kind of worry though, because on my DRT 400 last summer, I had my Insta-1 360 X2, and I had the pole behind me, and I didn't realize it had fallen, and so my camera was sitting there smashing off the rocks, and it chipped the one lens. So I ended up having to send it back, and like with return shipping and the repair cost like $250. But they actually didn't repair it. They sent me a brand new one, which was, you know, which was cool. And then when I got my brand new one, I only got to use it, I think, like once or something like that, and then it went missing. So, yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It'll probably show up one day. One day it'll be like, it ended up in a fucking storage bin or a cupboard, or I don't know. That's okay. I got the new X3. It's got more features. And I bought the extra battery with it. So, just hang in there, guys. When we get up ahead, eventually we're going to be going through like some forest and shit. It's worth the drive. I really, I had a fun trip out here. Well, obviously, I was willing to come all the way to the fuck back out here and do it again. So, the only thing I thought was, like, while I was riding it, I was like, fuck, man, it really sucks I didn't have a camera to make for a video. And then it was just a matter of convincing myself to go get one. Yeah, so I think what they're doing is they're working on all these power lines or something, because up here there should be, like, signs for, like, you know, access to power pole, whatever and shit. So earlier, for reference, in case anyone cares, when I came out, I was out for actually no, because I've gone for another quick ride before too. So maybe call it 5 liters of gas for that ride. So, which I don't actually know if that's good or not, but I'm happy enough with it anyway. So whatever. So yeah, now we're in where we got these markings here, and so I think this is where they kind of started doing the pole work. But I see that there's ATV trails going out to the poles, so it's possible that the guys that are doing the pole work are also ripping around on ATVs, and if so, that's pretty sick. But you know what I mean? That's not a bad job. Getting the fuck around, and yeah, I take it. Like I'm kind of glad that it's nice and warm out. Like, you know, I say warm, I think we're down to like 4 degrees or something when I got out of the truck now. But I mean, going from like minus 17 Celsius, we're in Canada, up into the, you know, up into the positive digits is a welcome change. I kind of wanted to take this bad boy for a spin, but I didn't think they would like me hot wiring it, so we opted not to. Now this quad came with the back seat, which is cool, so that way I can like bring my old lady or whoever, like, you know what I mean, out for a rip. But I don't know, I kind of think I'd want to know the trails first before taking somebody on it, because there's a couple of spots where it gets a little bit intricate, I guess you would say, and it might not be that easy with somebody else on board, because I got to do some, like, you know, some leaning to the side and shit. But I'm sure I will anyway at some point take people. Here, let's hit this one. Let's go right through it. Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody's come through here and broke all this up after me. But maybe not. Well, you guys go ahead in the comments and tell me, you know, do you, if you're watching this long, that means you're at least somewhat interested. Do you have a four-wheeler? Do you want a four-wheeler? Have you ever been on one? You know, tell me your four-wheeling experience. I'll tell you mine. We got time until we get down to the water there. So I had, like, you know, pocket quads back many, many years ago. I used to rent a farmhouse out by London. So I was happy with that, and then I got a snowmobile. Well, I had several snowmobiles for that matter. But anyway, what was I going to say? So yeah, springtime come along, and there was a guy that was looking to trade his four-wheeler for a snowmobile, and I'm like, well, fuck. It's spring, the snowmobile's not doing me any good anymore, so he had a Suzuki LT230, and he's like, oh yeah, it runs good, but it's gonna need like this little spacer thing or whatever on the cam. And so he kind of told me that, and I was like, okay, yeah. And he starts it up in the driveway, and, you know, can ride it around a little bit, no problem. And then like he leaves, and I ride it for like 10 minutes, and the fucking thing, it's like a spacer or something for the cam up on top. Anyway, I don't remember exactly what part, but anyway, the part was like missing or some shit. So the fucking cam was wearing right on, I think it's called the journal in the top end there. Anyway, wearing it out. So then the fucking thing would, like, eventually once it wore that through, which was very quickly, the thing wouldn't run anymore. So I got fucking had on that deal. It was so I traded my Polaris Indy 650. It was a triple with, I think it even was fuel injected. It had a big computer in it. I think it was fuel injected. So yeah, I kind of sucked getting hosed on that deal. good. This old fucking 1992, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think the year makes much of a difference for how much fun you're gonna have out on the trail. I think, you know what I mean? A capable machine is a capable machine. This thing came with decent tires on it. They're older, you know what I mean? They're not brand new or anything, but they seem to do the trick. Here's what I mean, like you gotta do a little bit of leaning. So if you have someone sitting in the back, you better lean with you or they'll fuck you up. That last time too. I hit the fucking corner of the quad on there. Well, that's okay. It ain't no parking lot princess. This bitch was meant to be ridden hard and put away wet. And that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, it looks like somebody's been out here after me. These look like fresh prints, so section where it was like all wobbly because they got kind of stuck in the ruts. So the ruts kind of pull you which way you're gonna go. Luckily, if it gets dark, I got some really good headlights on here. It came with right there. But we don't be needing those yet. These ruts are throwing me all over the place when it gets stuck in between them. Hopefully I don't like get a ticket for where I parked. It doesn't say not to, and there was someone else parked there too this morning, so it's like I think it's okay. Be fun to try to get my bike through this, but maybe in the summer come back out. The only shitty thing is, like, if something goes wrong, like, fuck, you're way the hell out there, not much access to assistance really. CAA ain't coming in, which I've got CAA, which is for Americans. That's the same as your AAA, obviously. I'm sure you figured that one out though. So this trail I'm on, it actually, like, eventually it just goes to a roadway, and it shows on the map, like from the city's website, that it's still a trail. But I was like, you know, I went for a little bit and then I was like, yeah, I don't really want to fucking get problems with driving down the road. Earlier there was kids outside here waving at me when I went by. I talked to the fellow at this house, so shout out to him if he ever sees this, about coming through here. So I asked him if it was private property. I was like, well, it shows on the map that it's legit, and I can. And he's like, oh yeah, you're good. It's owned by the hydro people or whatever. So somebody's been out here. Those are new donuts. Those were not mine. But anyway, I chatted with him for a couple of minutes. Said that there was like a river to cross, and that's like a little bit rocky. So he was saying that they were coming down on their snowmobiles, but it was a little bit too bumpy. There wasn't enough snow. Like I said, we got really hosed on the snow this year. Got the same quad as me. Uh-oh. let's let them all pass through. They're letting me go. I have not managed to convince any of my friends yet to buy a quad. I did finally, my son and my one buddy are in, my son did the motorcycle school already, and now I got my one buddy that's doing it. So that'll be good. I'll have someone to ride with. So when we're coming down here, I've only got front brakes, just for the record. This was a little hill climb I was telling you guys about, and then here's the river. So we're going to cross the river and hope for the best. I went across it earlier and it was okay. It looks a little different now though. That's a good little fucking big bear. Earlier I actually crossed over here in a little bit easier spot. And here's the rocks the guy on the snowmobile was talking about. Anyway, he was like, be careful, there's some rocks up there. So ultimately, this just goes out to the roadway. So there's not much point in doing it. Go ahead and we're going to head back because it's going to get dark, but I want to switch the camera, so that'll be the end of my shooting the shit with you guys. I don't even know if it fucking recorded, like I said. I'm just kind of hoping. And then yeah, I appreciate you guys joining my adventure. Let's look at the quad, see how she looks. She looks like she's been having fun, that's all I can say. Oh, this came unbuttoned. It's actually kind of nice.